Hello, everybody. My name is HSEL Elijah, aka Squid. Welcome to the High School Esports League Fall 2017 Majors Playoffs Edition, as we like to call it here. Got a pretty great day of matches coming up for you guys. Starting off, we've got League of Legends PHS Gaming Club versus VPHS Spartans. We've got a couple of great casters for you as well. Adam and Nathan, how you guys doing today?
Hey Elijah, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How you guys doing?
Doing all right, doing all right.
Doing pretty well here. Excited for this one. All right, Adam, are you ready to see? We have a challenger player in this match, which is kind of two challengers. Uh, you know what? I guess I was wrong. We got one challenger player, and we get this game started. What are your thoughts on this matchup?
Oh man, it looks to be a really good matchup coming in here. I mean, we have a couple of good players ready and raring to go. Definitely, even with this first band Leona coming out, it's definitely exciting here just to get started off. Even with our first band of this playoff season, it seems to be super exciting starting here.
Yeah, and as we know right now that support has been kind of moving over to tanks with the Braum Leona picks. I wouldn't be surprised to see Braum banned here, or even going over to the top lane having Ornn banned. And on the right side, we actually see Azir getting banned off.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a power band for this team coming out, and definitely with the Mayokai band trying to pick off those key top laners, especially for this game. And
Yeah, now we see the rise coming out from VPHS over on the right side. It seems like they're focusing out on the mid laners right now, just trying to tone down possibly the challenger player right now, get him away from that. Now we see the Callista band coming in from the left side.
yeah, it's definitely a very powerful ADC right now. So it's definitely probably a good or a good band coming out for them. Even with the Z band trying to eliminate those assassins to keep their ADCs alive. Even with the
Yeah.
looks like the top lane Ornn coming out, that's definitely gonna be a power tank pick for that top laner.
Yeah, and it looks like that they actually had the opportunity to grab Ornn and possibly Zoe, two really good champions right now. And it seems like, as we can tell now, the Rise, the Azir, the Zed picks were all just able to help them out with the Zoe pick so that they could have a stronger lead in the mid lane. And hopefully, the blue side of the map can possibly come back with something.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like the Poppy pick or the it looks like the Trendemir jungle pick. Oh, Jin ADC. That's definitely expensive. That's definitely a powerful pick, especially with how Jin's current position. Even with Zayrath coming out to maybe go up against that Zoe, which is going to be super strong.
Now, we've seen a lot of different runes going on here with the new rune system, but what are your thoughts? Do you think Jin will take a Fleet Footwork or the Comet this time?
I imagine he's going to take Comet since Comet seems to be a really powerful pick right about now for especially with Jin players just coming out. It'll be seems to be super powerful at this point in time.
All right, and as we keep on going with this match, we actually see the red side pick the Jarvan, and now banning out the Oriana. Still going for the mid lane bans here, trying to get Zoe hopefully to carry this match. This blue side is now banning at this point.
Yeah, I mean, even with that the Blitzcrank ban coming out, so then they can definitely remember they're trying to keep those ADCs alive because the more they keep those ADCs alive, the better chances they're going to have to be more damage being put out to these either top laners or maybe just trying to avoid the jungler from being able to. It looks like with the drive and jungle is maybe trying to keep the ADCs alive to maybe try to counteract that. Even with the Cassidin ban, just to keep that mid lane pressure coming out to keep Zoe and the other squishies alive.
Yeah, a lot of mid lane picks here. I think actually all mid lane picks at this point. And as we can see from the blue side is focusing more on the bot lane and trying to possibly get Jin strong enough to take out the Zoe. But I feel like if red side plays their cards right, the Jarvan can get in the back line and deal so much damage to this Jin who doesn't have anything else except for Flash to get out. Possibly we could see from the blue side, we could see a Tom Kench pick here, try to save the Jin. It's a really good combination that goes together. But what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think maybe maybe coming out with the Tom Kench support, it would be really strong, especially for them for this game. That'd be super strong in order to keep them alive. But it looks like it's going to be
Oh,
maybe an
you look at that.
Orn. Maybe it's an Orn support. Maybe with a Corky top lane and a T-Wrath middle. This is gonna be exciting.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised to see actually Warren go top, Sejuani go jungle, and then have Corky go mid and Xerath support here. I've seen a few people do it around the solo queue right now, but I maybe they want to try it this game. They're moving around right now, so we can actually see where everyone's going to go. And it looks like I think I'm correct. I think Xerath is going to be their support on this one.
Yeah, you definitely are. You definitely are correct. Even with the Caitlyn EDC coming out to help to maybe help get that counteracting range and the headshot damage on that Jin to try to avoid maybe the early game pressure that Jin could apply with getting some of the early kills going.
Yeah, and we have Zoe. We had all the mid lane bands coming in on the right side, the red side of the map, just so that they can hopefully focus down the Robbie to the point where he gets down to like probably his sixth, seventh good or decent champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be stuff like it be an exciting game we have coming out here. Even with the multiple multiple almost surprising picks with the Corky and the Xerath are definitely two powerful picks that they have coming out for this game.
Yeah, and as we can see, the Ornn pick actually up in the top lane used to not do well against the Gnar, but with this new rune system, Gnar has a really squishy early game, especially when he's in mini form, giving him or giving Ornn J Sneak an opportunity to go to town in the laning phase on the Gnar, and hopefully Gnar can counteract in the team fighting phase of the game, can counteract the Ornn ultimate, which would set up a massive team fight for the blue side, and possibly Sejuani can hold down the Zoe or the Caitlyn this fight.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna definitely have to try to pick off that Caitlyn because the Caitlyn's just gonna become super strong, super quick because of that range she has on the Jin. But as soon as Jin just gets maybe a couple kills under his belt, gets that build going, he should be super strong even against this Caitlyn. And then it looks like they should be able to be put up at least a really good fight against them and maybe pull out and win a couple team fights. So that's basically all they would need at this point. And it looks like that's just going to be a super powerful and exciting game we have coming out with the multiple surprising picks like the Orin top or the Xerath support almost. It's going to be. It looks like it's going to be a super exciting game for this one.
Yes, it most certainly is. And Robbie Bob picking the Corky with the cleanse coming out, actually, hopefully to be able to, in a team fight scenario, cleanse the Zoe sleep so that he can keep on fighting and not get one shot as we've seen before on all of these montages on YouTube these days. Zoe with the powerful one shot, but red side has a lot of initiation. They have the Gnar initiation, they have the Jarvan initiation, and they even have the Zoe initiation. She has the sleepy bubble, believe it's called, going through the wall. And then they actually have Thresh, who could catch someone out, but defending the Caitlyn at all costs. And on the blue side here, we actually have we only see really Ornn kind of in the back line to protect Jin and Sejuani, the engager. But other than that, as soon as Ornn is really up in the front and fighting, Jarvan and Gnar, I think, are just going to be a big trouble for Jin and Xerath because Xerath's not going to be able to do much here. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's definitely going to be that. Jareth is just definitely going to have his work cut out for him, trying to just stun the like big assassins to, or maybe even like the Thresh to be able to avoid that big like attack and push damage that they could be pushing out from their game or from their assassins and multiple carries, it'll be plenty difficult in order for them to be able to get, uh, or it'll be plenty difficult for Xerath at least to be able to push out the damage that he would need and the stuns that he would need to be able to land all of them in order to keep his ADC alive along with some of the other squishies on his team.
Yes, for sure here, and we see all these borders and the nice looking borders here. Diamond, we got gold, we got silver, we got platinum, and most of all, we got the Corky in the mid lane with fleet footwork, giving him the movement speed, the challenger player of this match. Robbie Bob, I'm hoping to see something stylish from him, and we'll see how this one matches up. Who do you think's gonna take it home? Red? Do you think red or blue?
Oh man, that's probably definitely gonna be difficult to call until we at least see how everything starts going and stuff. But I think after like looking over some of the games that have been happening recently, I think what was it? I believe it's VPHS is might I expect them to really take this game because of the uh real damage output that they have and the it seems like the planning that they have around their specific picks. So I believe that they could possibly come out and win this match here in the end.
All right, and as we get into this game here, loading up, hopefully everyone is getting in very soon. Let's just talk about the rune system a little bit. Gonna move away from the game mode just for a second, but what are your thoughts on the rune system before this matchup?
Oh man, I think the new rune system really works really well. I think it's a lot of fun just to have these a lot of different choices to pick from across like the entire board. And you can pick just about anything when it comes to the rune system nowadays. Just and you can make almost all of it work, and it's just super fun to have it like that. Just to be able to uh, just play with these plenty of different runes and be able to do a lot of different things with them.
Yeah, and this match is getting started at this point. We're gonna see. Let's see what the items that they pick here. We see Zoe picking up the Doran's ring, all normal starter picks. We actually see Jin pick just boots here, not even a Doran's blade or Doran's shield. Probably want to get some movement speed here, get around the map, or even just be able to farm. We actually see an invade come in from the red side.
Yeah, it looks like they're on that blue side ward, so it'll be they're definitely known to be there, especially with all five of them there. So we'll have to see what happens here, especially with them moving up, especially with the blue side counteracting the invade and moving up towards red side's red buff there. That's going to be interesting to see because then they're just kind of trading red buffs.
Yeah, and as we see, red buff's actually deciding to go back to their blue buff here. Just going to ward the red buff this time. Hopefully Jarvan can try to do something here against the Sejuani with that early damage lead that he has on the Sejuani, and hopefully pick something up, maybe even a kill in the enemy jungle, or even just possibly take his red.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see what happens though. It'll be definitely interesting to see.
All right, and as we see, Sejuani's going to start blue, and the Jarvan is going to start blue buff here. Ornn's going to help him out, and Ornn is now going back to top lane, while the bot lane is going to move down. And let's see if they can actually, let's see if the blue side pressures red side enough to where they won't be able to get this farm here. Xerath actually going for a Q, getting the Comet hit onto the Caitlyn. Caitlyn gets the first, and Jin gets a nice Q off, getting some good damage. Xerath with the massive poke here. I think this is what they're going for in this laning phase, is having the Xerath just poking down the Caitlyn as much as possible.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see because with the poke that Jin and Xerath can provide, it's definitely gonna be rather difficult for Caitlyn to really get up on farm. But as soon as she does, she's gonna be very strong. Ooh, and the stun coming out from Jin, just getting Caitlyn just low enough to make her fall back to tower.
Yeah, and as we see right now, Jarvan's actually going to move towards the mid lane here. Corky does not have vision on this bush, and we could possibly see a kill come out here. Zoe misses the sleep here. Jarvan's going to go for it, and Corky, beautiful W away. Does not need to flash whatsoever. Corky's actually going to deal some damage to the Zoe beforehand. And it looks like Jarvan's going to now go to the scuttle. And we might have a fight here at bot lane with the Sejuani at 3v3 here.
Yeah, maybe. It looks like the Jarvan's going to start coming down, even with the bush warded. Looks like the ping in red side is pinging that the bush is warded, so they'll probably start falling back. And yep, the blue team is starting to fall back now, with Jarvan advancing. Stun coming out. Jhin stuns Jarvan. Could Jarvan be going down here? Could Caitlyn be getting first blood? Caitlyn grabs first blood on Xerath. It looks like Jarvan's just going to go and try to fall back here with Jhin advancing. Oh, the crit coming out, almost getting Caitlyn. But it looks like maybe the Triumph heal could have saved her, or was the Thresh W. That was really well played by both teams there, especially coming out with, you know, the quick reaction times coming from the red side to go and help out Jarvan after advancing as much as he had.
Yeah, and the W save on the Caitlyn is really helping her out. But as we can see before that fight, the blue side did have vision on it. Oh, we actually see, before I go back to that, we actually see Jarvan get lantern into the fight. Jhin forced to flash because of Thresh's hook coming out. We see a force flash come out by Jhin. Trade flashes Thresh for Jhin, but I think it's worth it on the red side of the map.
Yeah, especially with that's definitely a powerful flash that now rid of. And Sejuani is going after top lane. Can Nara get away? That we'll have to wait and see. Oh, with the stun coming out, could Sejuani gets him down with Ornn grabbing an assist. So that's definitely not too great for the Nara, because then Ornn is now definitely going to have a little bit stronger than he already was against his Nara.
And yeah, and as we see the Sejuani actually getting the kill with the Aftershock, one of their new runes in the rune system. And right now we actually see Sejuani's going to try to counter jungle right here on the Jarvan. See if she's actually going to get it. She's going to get the big bird in the jungle here. And mid lane is just a farming fest. Not much going on right now. And it looks like blue side is actually going to try setting up to get Ornn a little bit stronger here. It looks like Jhin and Xerath are doing well, and Jarvan at the moment is in their jungle, and Xerath might actually go for something here in the mid lane. Xerath's gonna poke the Zoe, actually get the comment hit down onto her. Jarvan's gonna put a pink into the river just so he has enough vision to possibly go for the Xerath. Doesn't go for the Xerath this time, and Zoe is gonna just have little farming under tower to do. She does have teleport up for her W. If she can back right now, get some items and teleport back. I was wrong. She does not have teleport anymore. Her W ran out and she's not able to do so. It would have been really useful for her, but I don't think she had the chance. Hopefully we'll see something here from this minion if she can grab it. Oh, and she gets it, but she gets barrier from it. We actually see a fight going on at top lane right here. Nara is going to try to poke down the Ornn a little bit here. Has Mega Gnar coming up and doesn't really do much with that Ornn's tankiness.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he would have been able to dive the tower without dying to that Ornn again, which would not have been good. And it looks like Zoe back, she's grabbing a few items now. Oh, it looks like there's a quick little fight top lane real quick. Oh, nope, nothing to really come out of it. And it looks like Sejuani might be heading towards bottom lane, so this Caitlyn and Thresh should definitely start backing off. And it looks like they did, and it looks like Sejuani is going to invade the Jarvan's jungle and try to stay off. With Jarvan coming in here, this might be a fight breaking out between these two. And Sejuani gets the blue buff with Corky coming in. Could they possibly pick off Jarvan? With Jarvan's flash and Zoe's sleep coming out, it looks like Jarvan and Zoe are both able to get away from the Corky and Sejuani in the end.
Yeah, and as we see, Sejuani actually did get that blue buff there, so Jarvan is now a little bit behind. And they blue side of the map does have pressure towards the dragon. They're actually going to go for it here. Xerath and Sejuani are going to do it together. Jin's going to make it look like Xerath is just backing. And Jin's just going to try to stall out the bot lane while they get this dragon here. It's a free dragon. There's no vision whatsoever for the red side. They do have one ward towards the bot side push, but nothing else here for them to see. And it looks like Jarvan's just going to try to get the Sejuani's blue buff right now. And it looks like a free dragon here.
Oh, Zoe almost killed Corki actually in mid lane. I'm surprised. I'm actually almost sad we missed that because it looks like there was a fight that came out. And Sejuani went ahead and got the dragon. And looks like that's just how it's going to start real quick. And looks like Jarvan went and did grab Sejuani's blue buff along with the fight. Looks like there's a quick little fight going on top lane. Could Ornn be killing Gnar? Could Gnar... Oh, is Gnar gonna... Ooh, Ornn missed the second part of his ultimate. That's... Gotta hate to see that, but it looks like he killed him anyway with that with the crit coming out from him with the stack. So that was a pretty good fight that happened top lane. And it looks like there was also Jhin missed his stun, but just slightly, and the sleep coming out from Zoe missed on Corki. And Corki is just so close to killing Zoe.
We actually see a fight break out at bot lane. Sejuani flashing in with the ult and gets onto Caitlyn. Jhin able to pick up the kill with his ultimate, trying to do some damage to the Thresh here and possibly push this lane out. What a beautiful flash ultimate from Sejuani. And Jarvan's got to probably come up with something here. Thinking about going to the mid lane right now. Corki's pushed up. Corki does have his package up, which he can get away pretty easily. And which he does. Corki actually just uses his package to get away here. But beautiful fight on the blue side for the bot lane here. Jhin now getting the kill on Caitlyn, getting a little bit stronger, using that level 6 advantage to their advantage and allowing them to pick up the kill.
Yeah, definitely. That's all that they needed for that moment was that one level 6, and they could win that fight. Especially with only Thresh being level 6 and not Caitlyn. She's definitely gonna need that level 6, and she just got it. It looks like Jarvan is ganking mid lane with the sleep coming out, and then the insanely perfectly timed cleanse coming out from Robbie Bob, and then him just flashing away from Jarvan, and Jarvan looking like he's trying to kill Corki, but Sejuani came in and saved his life.
Oh, that was a close one. The Zoe almost got Corki right there. But now red team knows Corki does not have his summoner spells, but Sejuani's actually going to go in on him. And Corki gets one hit of the ultimate, 2 hits of the ultimate, and Robbie Bob takes down Zoe for this one.
Oh man, that was an impressive shot.
Really good shot by the Corki there. He did not have either summoner spell, was totally confident, knew that Jarvan went to the other side of the jungle, and was totally cool with it. Gnar's actually going to use Ornn's Q to stun him up with his ultimate. Ornn is going to try to use his ultimate, knocks it away, but Sejuani holds the Gnar. The flash, you saw that?
Yeah, that was an intense flash coming out from Gnar just to avoid that ultimate, but Sejuani was in top jungle and was able to come up and save Ornn. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure Gnar would have won that fight pretty well. But it looks like Jarvan's coming in to try to kill Sejuani, or maybe just stop him from stealing his jungle. And it looks like there's a fight breaking out bottom lane with the ult coming out from Xerath, and Xerath kills Caitlyn.
What an amazing game already. We've seen so much come on from the blue side right now. Xerath with the beautiful ultimate onto Caitlyn here, and Jhin a few minutes ago with a beautiful ultimate. Sejuani been all over the map. Jarvan has not been able to catch up, and it looks like right now blue side are in favor.
Yeah, it looks like they are for the moment. Well, I'll be excited to definitely see what ends up happening. It looks like the blue side is going to get grab first tower, which they did. Or it looks like Jarvan's ganking mid lane again on this Corki, but Corki runs away with his W. Oh, so close coming out from Zoe. Almost gets down Corki, but it looks like the bottom lane is coming up to finally help, maybe even kill Jarvan. Oh, the sleep getting hit from Zoe, but can she land that? Oh, and she almost one hits Jhin already.
What is that damage?
She is so strong right now.
That was insane. That was intense. The Jhin did not expect the Zoe sleepy bubble trouble to come through the wall like that, and just gets nailed by her Q. Lots of damage coming out from the Zoe here, and At the moment, blue side is still in favor, but the Zoe, I think the Zoe can come have pressure onto the blue side of the map and hopefully get the red team victory here.
Yeah, we can only they can only hope at this point, and it looks like Jarvan's going to go ahead and grab his blue buff while Sejuani's towards his top side jungle. And looks like Jin is going to go up towards the top lane to maybe assist. It looks like Ornn, Jin, and Xerath are going to lane swap, and Ornn's going to go ahead and head towards bottom lane while Jin and Xerath are going to head up towards top lane and try to counteract this Gnar.
Yeah, and as we see already, the Caitlyn actually hasn't finished her first item yet, and Jin has. Jin has his first item down and ready to go, while this Gnar is 0-3, a little bit farther behind, and Jin is just doing a lot of damage here. The lane swap is really good. We actually see Ornn ult at the bottom side of the map here, gets onto the Caitlyn, trying to get as much as he can. He does have Bramble Vest, which Caitlyn cannot get through at this point. Flashes away. Caitlyn is just trying to kite right now. Ornn realizes it and is now going to get ulted by the Caitlyn. Not going to die here, and oh my goodness, there's a fight going on at top lane.
Oh my god, there's fights going on all over the map right now, with the double kill coming out from Corki, Jin killing Gnar, and the fight coming from bot lane with Ornn and Caitlyn. Oh, it's just, there's fights going on everywhere. This game is so tense right now.
There's so much going on, man. We got to keep up.
Yeah.
We can't do this.
with Jin and Xerath grabbing that top lane tower, it's definitely them just showing that they have so much, that they're 9 kills over the red side, with just being so strong at the moment, with Xerath getting the stun and them chaining that CC on Zoe and just knocking out Zoe. And then Sejuani killing Caitlyn with the aftershock, and Gnar killing Jin, and Corki killing Jarvan.
There's so much going on right now. Corki's actually going to take down the Gnar here, get a double kill onto them. Jin sadly was taken out by the Jarvan, but they still have lane pressure here. There is 4 dead on the red side and only Thresh to do anything here. There's so much pressure on the red side right now, just trying to stay alive. It's 30,000 gold to 21,000 gold here. 14-2, 1 dragon to no dragons, 4 turrets to 0 turrets. What a game.
Oh yes, this is definitely an exciting first game of the playoff season here, and it even looks like Blue Side's grabbing the second Drake now, and hopefully this game is going to mellow out for a second, because it looks like everybody's backing to get items and stuff. So it looks like this game is just going to kind of take a break for a moment here, with everything just becoming so exciting.
We all need a little bit of a calm down here. Hopefully the blue side will give us a chance to talk about something. I guess not, because Corki's going in on the Jarvan here. Yeah, doing some good damage and forces the Jarvan back here. Zoe's going to go for the sleepy bubble and almost gets it, actually. Very close. And Corki's actually going to go in on a Gnar here. Gnar jumps away. Corki's still going to try to fight. Goes away from the flank. Jin's going to get a beautiful W on the Thresh. Going to go for the ultimate. Can he hit? Last shot does a fair amount of damage to Zoe, but not the target he wanted. Ornn splitting bot lane right now, and it looks like the blue side is actually going to get the Herald and possibly get a free turret here.
Yeah, maybe even with Ornn pushing bottom lane, it looks like Thresh and Gnar are going to try to go and stop him from pushing up, with blue side grabbing Rift Herald, and Corki splitting the top lane now against his Jarvan. That's definitely going to be something that they're going to have to stop. And it looks like they see Zoe, so Corki's going to back off with Jin and Xerath pushing mid lane. Maybe even Sejuani coming out and helping him. Oh, the sleepy bubble landing onto Sejuani, and then almost landed. The chain CC coming out from Caitlyn. Caitlyn heals and runs away, and then just Thresh getting. Oh, Thresh got stunned and just locked down in a tower and just killed by
Jin. Jin so close to taking out the Caitlyn there. Sleepy Bubble is actually getting hit on the Xerath. Gets Jin, blocks it for the Xerath. That would have been a kill for her. Corki's actually going to jump in on this one and try to go for Zoe. Does not get the kill here. Sleepy Bubble comes out, gets hit on a minion. Not much for them to do there. Herald's going to be popped out, going to get this turret probably. Xerath poking away the Zoe and Jarvan here. blue side just putting so much pressure. That was so close by the Jin. That would have been so good, but so close.
Sniper's very, very close. Oh, the spike coming out onto the Rift Herald. And it looks like the blue side's going to go back down towards bottom lane and try to help Ornn and get this other tower. Maybe we could even see a team fight coming out here with Corki, Sejuani, and Xerath close to Ornn. And it looks like the red team is going to start backing off, and so is blue. So maybe we'll get a chance to talk about something else here for a moment before everything gets back up to excitement.
Yeah, and as we saw just quickly, the blue side doing a beautiful pressuring on the map. The new top side had enough minions where they could pressure it. They pushed out the mid lane while Ornn pushed out the bot lane. Red side needed to decide on what to do, so they actually all bomb rushed the mid lane because they knew that one of them couldn't take on Ornn alone. Ornn was able to push out the bot lane, and they were able to rotate from the mid lane to the bot lane and hopefully get this turret here. But the play calling here from the blue side is really smart. Xerath actually gets hit by the sleepy bubble trouble. Ornn's going to try to block the damage, does block the damage, and still a lot of damage coming out from Zoe there onto Ornn, who is supposed to be tanky. That's all I thought.
And it looks like there was a mini fight happening top lane between Jin and Jarvan, but it looks like Jin got Jarvan low enough and scared him away, so he went back towards base to regroup with his team to maybe try to catch this Corki out. But it looks like they're not going to be able to catch him out with Jin still advancing. That would be an interesting fight to see, that 2v4 coming out. But it looks like that's not going to happen, sadly, at this moment. But it looks like, since Jarvan backed and Corki's going to start pushing a mid lane with Sejuani here, and maybe they'll try to advance to grab another tower so that they're able to, keep advancing. But it looks like Baron is going to be coming up here very soon, and there it is. And Sejuani is just going to go for it right away, and so is this blue side. Can we even see maybe a counter coming out from the red side, or they're just too far back?
We got nothing there from the red side. Red side didn't even know it was going on. Blue side, great shawl calling there once again, putting all the vision they can up towards Baron, knowing that Baron's coming up next, not the dragon, and just forcing that out. Sejuani's actually going to be pushed away with the sleepy bubble. Sejuani could have gotten probably a pick there onto Gnar or to Jarvan, but was stopped. Ornn and Jin are actually across the map. It's a 3v5 up in top lane, and still they're able to do something here. Corki gets some poke down. Zoe does a lot of damage, and they want to get this Corki badly, but they can't. Xerath is actually going to get ulted onto by the Gnar, and Caitlyn's going to get the kill here.
It looks like Sejuani and Caitlyn are going to start pushing mid lane. Oh, the ult coming out from Jarvan is definitely a power play. Oh, Jin almost killing Zoe.
Massive ult.
The massive ult coming out from Ornn to kill Zoe. And Ornn getting a double kill on Thresh. Corki is in their base killing them. And it looks like
And a beautiful W from Jin.
Oh my god. What a beautiful team. But it's a team. Fights coming out from all across the map here. With blue side definitely coming out as the victor. It looks like blue side is going to take this match from their red side this game around this game. But it was definitely an interesting match to watch, and should be fun. We're still gonna have another game after this one. So, decide who's gonna win this match. Corki's gonna get a double in their base? Can he get a triple?
Corki gets taken down in Xerath pops the ult. What a match ending. Blue side takes the victory. 22 kills to 5 kills. 50,000 gold to 31,000 gold. Let's just talk about what happened here early, mid, and late game. Let's talk about what happened here. So in the early game, we saw the red side ward up the jungle. We saw the red side ward up the jungle and try to keep the blue side jungler as I can't even think of the word. There's so much going on in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The Sejuani.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to keep track of them, find out where they're going to be going for, who they're going to try to see if they're going to try to invade maybe, or if they're going to just stay towards their side. And it looks like that the red side did decide to invade that early game and try to go after the blue side's red buff, but to next to no prevail with the red side or the blue side just going up towards the red side's red buff and just start warding in their red buff to in order to keep track of their team so that they're just keeping track of each other. And it looks like that's just what we saw from the beginning of this game.
Yeah, and we actually got the first blood on camera. The red side of the map actually got first blood with the Jarvan coming down at bot lane trying to gank. Sejuani was close by, but not close enough to help out. And Sejuani retaliates big time here on the bot side of the map. Actually flashes ults onto the Caitlyn. Jin able to open up his ultimate and fire away. Gets the kill onto bot lane. And Jin gets 2-3 kills around mid game, early game, and gets really strong. Gets a big lead, and actually from there I want to move on to top lane. Top lane, Ornn has such a good laning phase, and as we saw there, Gnar getting pressured so much was 0-3 around 15 minutes of the game, really struggling, and then the lane swap just destroyed the Gnar in the end. Couldn't do anything, and we in the fight we talked about that broke out between Ornn and Gnar, where Sejuani came in the fight. You're the one who was talking about that. That was a crazy fight right there.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. The multiple ultimates and stuns coming out from both sides, just trying to keep the other in their position to either get away or just take them down, like Sejuani and Ornn ended up doing. But although I believe it was Sejuani had to take a tower shot or two, it still was worth it in the end for them because it was just powerful enough that they could get that start was just good big enough to open up to the team that they could get that good opening pick for their top laner to still stay as strong as he did.
Yeah, PHS Gaming doing really well here, showing us that they are the more dominant team in that matchup. Um, Before we get into the next match, let's go to the mid game of the last match. Mid game, we saw the lane swap from the blue side, and we didn't really see anything from the red side to try to counteract that. It kind of looked like they were all over the place. Looked like they didn't know really where to go, what to do. The Gnar was kind of on the bot side of the map every once in a while. Thresh was there with him. They kind of like lost track, and it looked like at least on the blue side was really put together. They knew what they were doing. The shot calling was perfect. What are your thoughts on that for the mid game?
Yeah, the mid game was really extensive and it was really fun to just not only watch but to cast because that it was just so much excitement going on. Even getting into the end game, it was just so much going on. It was so much fun just to watch and cast. It was extensive and super exciting just to watch. I'm hoping to see that again, even from this game, because it looks like even with the first like it looks like the second match is starting here now with the bans coming out, and with Azir with the first ban, like once again trying to get rid of those mid laners, and the Ord ban coming out, of course. Hope I'm glad they got that one. So is that then they're adapting, which is always
Well,
good to see.
here's the thing. We see the Ornn band come out, but the thing is, they're the ones who played Ornn. That's the team that played Ornn. Rob Stoppable was actually the Ornn pick last game and decides to ban it out for this one.
Oh, if it was, they swapped. Wow. Okay, they
They
swapped,
swapped.
they swapped, and I wasn't aware of it because I'm blind sometimes. Okay, but it looks like the Mayokai and Zed bands coming out again from this match, along with the Mayokai, Zed, Rise, and Azir, all bans from last game, which is definitely them. It looks like them trying to focus on specific champions to not have in this game because they're just so powerful and so strong to watch. And along with the Leona band, just like last game, although it was first banned, this time it's sixth. So, I mean, it's still definitely a strong band that they have coming out since they do not want to play against those champions because they're just so strong.
Yeah, and we see all the mid lane picks come out from VPHS Spartans once again. They're just trying to focus down the challenger player, Shadow Bob. Shadow Bob is actually going to grab the Zoe for this one. This is going to be a game, ladies and gentlemen. Sejuani coming out from Shadow Force once again. Probably going to go for something him. Braum actually picked up. I'm not surprised about that one. The bot lane was kind of struggling there with the Thresh pick, not getting as many picks as they wanted, or at least an early game lead. Hopefully this time they can just have a high defense for the ADC and try their best to protect whoever their AD carry is this matchup.
Oh, it looks like it's gonna be the Callista ADC, along with the Gnar coming out for VPHS again. That's gonna be interesting to see. And let's see who Shadow Bob has. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be an Ashe coming out. I'm assuming it's gonna be the Ashe EDC, which Vayne.
Ooh.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun game.
Oh, I thought we were gonna
looks
get a
like-
Vayne match here.
Is it gonna be Lucian? Ah, yes, the Lucian pick coming out. Lucian is probably one of my favorite champions, so I'm super excited to see how this game is going to go with the Lucian pick.
Well, as we can tell, I think at least what PHS Gaming was thinking about this entire time was the blue side of the map, which is VPHS, has a lot of crowd control, at least in the bot lane, and Callista has a lot of mobility. So what they want to try to do is hopefully get the Lucian to have more mobility than the Callista and hopefully be able to get away from these CCs and whatnot. Vayne does have that tumble, but not as much of getting away as you would think. And so I think the Lucian pick was a really wise pick on the red side, just so that they can have a strong early game lead, because we all know that Callista has a really good early game, and it's just a great counter pick right here. We actually see Malzahar and Xin Zhao get picked out and Rammus get banned. What are your thoughts on the Xin ban, and how do you pronounce that? We can talk about that all day, but how do you pronounce that?
I've always pronounced it Xin Zhao. That's how I've always known it.
All right, I'm not alone on this.
but it looks like the Rammus ban is definitely something that's trying to just kind of avoid like the high damage coming out from themselves because of how difficult it looks like it could be. Ooh, and the Malphite pick. Ooh, the Malphite top is going to be fun to watch. And it's probably a Karma top or mid lane. It's going to be a Karma mid lane since they have a Gnar. That's definitely going to be interesting to see, and a lot of fun to just watch happen here. And it looks like the Wukong jungle is going to be fun to watch as well. That's going to be interesting. And we'll have to see who comes out next for Robbie Bob here for their mid laner. That's going to be really fun to see what just kind of happens there. That'll be kind of interesting to watch, to see what Robbie Bob has to pull out for this game. See if maybe he can show us his was that a Nami? Are we gonna have possibly a Nami support this game with Robbie Bob going support for this match? Could that be possible? Oh, it is. And we have Lucian as our ADC for the red side. Yep, Robbie Bob is going to be taking Zoe to the mid lane this game. That's going to be exciting to see, with Nami as their support, Malphite as their top laner, Lucian and Nami in the bottom lane, Gnar for the blue side top lane, Callista for the ADC, and Braum for their support, with a Karma mid lane and a Wukong jungle. That's going to be a lot of fun to watch. What do you think about that could happen in this game? What do you think are the more exciting parts of this game?
I think the more exciting parts of this game is going to be at the top lane and at the bot lane. The bot lane fights are going to be really well put together. The Nami and Lucian against the Braum and Callista. It's going to be a massive laning phase matchup here. Both really good compositions for that laning phase strength. And then also at the top lane, we got Malphite and Gnar. Gnar and Malphite both game-changing ultimates, team-fighting ultimates. Completely can have Malphite jump in on the Callista or the Karma, and vice versa. The Gnar jump in onto Zoe and Lucian, but the Lucian pick helping them out there, able to dash away and hopefully get away from that. And I think most of all, what's the fun is from the blue side of the map here, we get Wukong jungle. Either he can go Black Cleaver into something a little tankier and have a nice knockup for the team, focus on the Karma Callista damage, or we could even see a assassin role come out with the Dustblade or Yomu's and just have him delete the Lucian or the Zoe this game. We'll see. Yeah. Zoe's taking heal here. What are your thoughts on that?
Ooh, I think that's going to be exciting to watch because then since she's going to try to stay more healthy towards this mid lane, especially if need be, because she needs to be really healthy for especially going against this Karma since Karma can just I believe it's empower her E, I believe, or it's her W. I'm not quite sure, and that will just be good enough to heal her for a good amount of damage that could be coming out from Zoe with just not only the sleep or yeah, like with only the sleep and then the Q combo is just going to be probably pretty destructive towards that Karma. So Karma's going to need to stay alive, but then Zoe's needs to heal because she's going to need to be healthier as well and stay around the same amount of health that Karma has to, be able to continue to be able to continue to fight it out in this lane.
Yeah, and the Karma coming out with the cleanse, as we see the cleanse, always a key factor against the Zoe because that sleepy bubble is just hard to get away from, and then given the true damage that it has, allowing the Q to do that one-shot potential. I'm not fully sure. I haven't played against the Zoe much, but I don't believe Karma can shield herself while she's asleep like that, and so she won't be able to defend herself against the Zoe's massive Q damage. And we can see red side is probably looking for a massive team fight here, and maybe even some picks with the Sejuani and the Zoe combination in the mid lane. But at the same time, we both got two nice big team fighting compositions here. We got two tanks. We've got two tanks. We have kind of a supportish mid laner. We have the mid laner coming from Robbie Bob on the red side. But overall, this is going to be a good one.
Oh yeah, this one seems to be looks like it's going to be really fun to watch with Robbie Bob playing Zoe. That's what I'm super excited for. I'm super excited to see how Robbie Bob is able to play Zoe because being the challenger player in this match, seeing a challenger play Zoe is probably going to be a lot of fun to watch because that's just with Zoe being the newest addition to the game. She's not extremely known by a lot of players to be really good at it, but it is going to be really fun to watch nevertheless.
That is definitely for sure. And as you said, the challenger player is on Zoe at the moment, but we could possibly see here if Zoe goes for a sleepy bubble and misses it, and the Wukong is nearby, could hop in on the Zoe. Zoe's, as we know, her ultimate brings her back, so she doesn't have any other escape than the movement speed from heal or the flash away. And I think there's a possibility with the Karma stun and the Wukong damage that they could possibly take down the mid laner here if they play their cards right. And hopefully Robbie doesn't waste his E. And if he does try to go for something there, he at least has vision on the Wukong to not get destroyed here. And as we get the game started what are your thoughts on the Malphite? Malphite hasn't been in meta much, or at least wasn't in meta until the new season, and then the new season came out, and he's just all over the place. You look at top lane, and you see a few champions. You see Malphite, you see Ornn, and you see Gnar. What are your thoughts on the Malphite pick?
I think the Malphite pick is going to be exciting to watch because of the possible team fight potential that he has coming out with his ultimate. And it looks like there could be a fight breaking out here level 1 with Zoe and Nami being towards the mid lane and um, 4 out of the 5 blue side members just sitting in the brush close to mid lane. We could maybe even see a small fight come out here level 1. That
Zoe
would
just taunting you.
that
I
I
don't
think
know. I don't think
good.
she knows, but oh no, sorry. I don't think she knows, but she looks like she's taunting them, but I don't think she knows that they're even there.
Yeah, I don't. I think she should. I think she just sit mid lane and having a good little dance.
Yeah, Lucian joining her in on that one, just dancing around, and it looks like they're actually going to leave a Poro there just to get some vision. And Braum and Callista now are going to the red side.
Yep, and it looks like the Callista is going to come out with the rend to Braum, which is normal since since he is her support. And the early Q damage coming out onto Karma from Zoe is definitely a big hit towards Karma's health for the moment.
Yeah, and as we see, they both started on the bot side of the map, at least for the junglers, I should say. Both started on the bot side of the map. Wukong is actually going to move from red buff all the way up to his wolves, and Sejuani is just going to go straight to the blue to the wolves now. And not much going on right now. We see actually Zoe is going to go in for a fight here, looking to damage the Karma as much as possible. Karma gets a good shot onto Zoe, and Zoe actually takes the lower trade here. She actually took more damage in this one.
Uh, that's it's exciting to just watch these first opening fights because there's not a lot that could happen in these early fights, but when they do, they are definitely exciting to watch.
Yeah, and as we see here, Wukong's actually going to set up probably for something here. Malphite's going to ward the brush now. Wukong might go for a fight. Looking for the scuttle, actually. Going for some vision. Sejuani's up there. Both junglers are now have vision on each other, I believe. Yes, they do. Malphite's going to go towards the Wukong and try to take the scuttle, but does not take it. Uses the W to try to sneak away, but actually tricks the Sejuani and gets away here. Wukong is able to jump to the minions and get home safely.
Yeah, but there could have been a possible fight. It looks like there's a small fight breaking out bottom lane right now, with the exhaust coming onto Callista. Callista's safe, burning her heal, and almost dying to Lucian. Oh, but could Braum? Oh, Braum flashes away with the one last remaining stun coming out towards. Oh, it looks like there's also a fight going on mid lane with Zoe getting knocked down to real low HP with Karma just close enough. Oh, and Zoe almost landing that Q onto Karma. That would have been an intensive shot coming out from, or an impressive shot coming out from Robbie Bob onto Swift.
Yeah, and as we see in the bot lane, there was an exhaust coming out from the Nami and a flash coming out from Lucian. He still does have heal, but the blue side of the map has no more summoner spells. So Lucian and Nami do have a hard engage against the Nami and Lucian have a hard engage against the Callista and Braum here. And as we keep talking about that, we actually see Sejuani going on the Karma. Karma gets taken down. Wukong is going to try to do something here. Zoe gets a beautiful shot onto Wu, but Wukong gets Zoe, and Sejuani gets the double kill, taking out Wukong.
Man, it looks like we're getting the excitement that we want from this game, with fights breaking out all over the map real early in this game. And it looks like it's definitely setting up to be a fun game to watch here. To be able to just watch this game, it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun with the fights breaking out all over the map already in this early game, and the almost 2K lead that the red side has on blue side. It's definitely exciting to see coming out here. Oh, and it looks like there's a fight breaking out bottom lane. Lucian's gonna get stunned and almost killed by the Ren from Callista's, or almost killed by a Ren from Callista's E, and it looks like Nami has to flash away, and it looks like Sejuani's going to knock out the Callista, but can Braum get away from this fight? And it looks like he does with all three players in the bottom lane from the red side being on such low HP, almost close enough to death, but not quite enough for the blue side to be able to pull out a kill. Maybe if Wukong had been closer to the bottom lane, he would have been able to come and maybe help a little bit sooner. But it looks like there's another fight going on towards mid lane with Robbie Bob landing a sleepy bubble onto Swift and then just slightly missing the Q onto Swift that was just close enough to avoid death coming out from Swift. But it looks like there's another sleepy bubbles coming out on Swift. And Robbie was going to throw a Q and the ultimate almost lands it onto Karma, but just missed enough. But it looks like Robbie Bob has got him just so low. And there's also a fight going on top lane again between Malphite and Gnar. But it looks like Gnar with the Mega Gnar was just enough to, I guess, kind of push Malphite back to under that tower so that he's able to, stay alive longer up there, and maybe be able to stay and get some more gold going here for himself.
Yeah, and as we see now, Sejuani's actually getting deep into the jungle here, getting some vision on the blue side of the map. Braum does not know that Sejuani's there. There's no vision there. Sejuani might go for something here, actually backs off, puts a ward in the river, makes sure that Zoe knows that there's nobody coming in on the red side of the map.
Yeah, it looks like that. Looks like there could possibly be a small. And Sejuani goes and gives the blue buff over to Zoe. There you go, jungler helping out mid laners in 2017. And it looks like that Zoe is going to be. Oh, just barely misses the Q onto Karma, just so close, so close. And it looks like there could be a fight coming out bottom lane from Sejuani being in that bottom lane. If they can engage with, looks like Wukong is coming down even. I believe he is spotted now on that zombie ward there. But it looks like we could be seeing a 3v3 coming out here in the bottom lane here very soon.
Yeah, the zombie ward is actually on the blue side of the map, so they have no vision. Red side does not have vision of the Wukong. Sejuani goes in. They did not know that Sejuani was in the bush. Wukong goes in onto the Nami, gets the knockup, but not able to do anything there. The Sejuani just forcefully flashing, or did not flash, forcefully ulting onto the Callista, taking down the blue side's highest damage there, able to do something, and Zoe's actually going to take down Karma in the mid lane. There's so many fights going on right now. We actually see Malphite and Gnar going to fight it up at the top lane. Gnar's going to get some good damage, goes in, jumps in onto the Malphite. Malphite's going to get close to death here, and the minions are just doing so much to Gnar, and Malphite is not dead yet, but Gnar was so close to taking him down there. First turret blood down at bot side of the map here.
Oh man, there's such excitement coming out again here. Just what we wanted from this game as well as last. And it looks like Sejuani and Lucian are going to try to grab the dragon. Maybe Wukong can possibly contest it, but it looks like he needs to grab some farm in order to get back into this game.
And you know what I've noticed is that the at least for the red side of the map, and from last game they were on the blue side, the Sejuani has been really pressuring these dragons and the objective. Really strong leads for them, allowing them to move forward in this matchup, just giving them the early lead and then moving on in through this game. Now they have the Ocean Drake, and it looks like Zoe might go for something here. And they're pinging for a lane swap. Malphite is actually going to go bot lane here, and it looks like Lucian is going to go top and farm it up. And Nami's going to go mid to try to help out Zoe here. Zoe's going to get a little bit of vision into the red side, or a red side bush.
Yeah, and it's probably good to see that lane swap coming out, because then they have the bottom lane who's really strong right now, and there's like hasn't been much of any real action coming out from the two top lane hosts right now. So, I mean, it's probably a good thing that then they're going to get the top lane stronger. But it looks like there's also a lane swap coming out from the side as well. And them going in on Lucian and the ult coming out from Kalista and Braum. And then Nami coming in to save the Lucian with just enough damage that they're able to escape with their lives still intact. Oh, and the fight coming out from mid lane, the sleepy bubble landed on the Karma, and Robbie Bomb getting down Karma, with Gnar fighting them as well, with them trying to just take the tower, but they can't do it because Gnar is still there. Oh, but Robbie Bomb just almost landing the Q, and the sleepy bubble coming out, the ult coming out of the Sejuani, and then Malphite ulting out of nowhere from the blue side, from the red side juggle, and just saving Sejuani, and then just knocking out the blue. They're gonna grab this mid tower, with top lane still being pushed very hard. They could even grab 2 towers off this, and there goes that mid lane tower. Could they even grab it? Could Lucian and Nami be grabbing their second tower of the game against this bottom lane? Oh, and Nami goes after Braum, and Karma goes in after Lucian. Lucian heals, and then Robbie Bob is there, and Nami takes down Braum. Lucian takes down Kalista with the TP coming in from Gnar.
There's so much going on.
Oh my gosh! Karma just throwing out abilities at the enemies, and just so much stuff is happening. And it looks like the exhaust is going out onto Wukong there, and Malphite backing, Lucian backing. They need to go get some items, man. You guys got gold to spend. Go get yourself some items.
Oh
But
my
holy
goodness.
cow! Holy cow! This game.
Let's talk about that a little bit. We actually see the mid lane, that fight going on that broke out. It looked like Gnar was trying to get the Sejuani, and as you saw, he tried to ult backwards, but the Sejuani queued just before, so she did get knocked up into the wall behind him. Not what Gnar wanted, and out of nowhere, Jay Sneak, who was pushing the bot lane with the no vision on the blue side of the map, jumps in onto the Gnar, able to pick up the kill, getting the tower and then rotating top lane. Very smart calls by the red side of the map here, able to force them to get at least one turret and the top turret low. We actually see something going to happen at the bot lane here. Sejuani's going to go in onto the Kalista. Malphite's going to get the kill onto Kalista. They have the CC here. Malphite is going to keep just autoing, and Sejuani's going to use her Q to stun up the Braum. Braum is going to try to use the minion to get away. Doesn't look like he has much left in him. Flashes away, actually. Going to try to get away, and Malphite's Q does enough damage to take him down. Nami's going to... A lot going on here, man. A lot going on.
Oh yeah, it's fun to watch this game, especially with Braum just trying to evade as much as he can around that bottom lane. And it looks like Zoe could be setting up for a sleepy bubble onto Karma. Just barely misses it. So close.
And now we actually see the Lucian taking out the top turret, just split pushing there. Gnar cannot do anything, especially when the Lucian has a lot more damage than him. He does have the cloth armor, able to defend himself against the Gnar just enough to probably even one-on-one him, 1v1 him in the lane. And it looks like there's actually going to be a fight breaking out of bot lane. Sejuani's going to hold on to the Kalista. Kalista's going to be taken down by the Malphite and Sejuani here. And it looks like the rotation from the red side is beautiful right now. Zoe's going to be pushing the mid lane, and Sejuani's actually going to rotate mid to hopefully get this turret here. Gnar can't do much, has to stay top lane against this Lucian. And Braum Karma trying to retaliate to the mid lane to hopefully get something here, gets nothing. Zoe actually clears the wave pretty nicely. And Malphite's going to go back bot lane. Zoe might look for something here against the Karma. Sejuani goes in on the Karma. Karma's too fast for him to get anything here. Braum's shield makes it do no damage. Braum does get drowsy here. And it looks like Zoe's actually just going to try to walk away.
Oh my gosh. And it looks like...
Oh my
god!
damage coming out from Zoe on that one. The beautiful ultimate from Nami from the back. What damage is this? What is this?
Oh, and Braum just gets saved by his E, and the ult coming out from Wukong out to Zoe. And Karma gets taken down by Robbie Bob in that mid lane. Holy cow. and Callista having to back because she's just so low she cannot stay around much longer. Oh my gosh, the sleepy bubble even.
And she gets it!
Oh my gosh! And just these fights are insane. They are just insane right now. With Zoe being solo, she's got to have to back soon, right? Or she's gonna stay mid lane and just try to keep fighting. With Sejuani getting there, what is it? Second dragon of the game. Malphite pushing bottom lane and getting that tower, and Lucia grabbing red buff. It's just maybe Wukong and Karma could do something here against Malphite, and it looks like they're just going to back off and try to head back up towards mid lane because it looks just so. It looks just like they're just pushing so hard from mid lane right now.
Yeah, and as we see now, the red side is trying to get back to the lanes and have the pressure still. Wukong is actually going to try to go for the Lucian. Lucian knows that since there is not enough pressure on the mid lane, he can't go too far up and get a. They don't want a Lucian to get picked off here. They only have one death in this match, which is Zoe, who did get killed early on, but still not enough to keep her down. Zoe has 4 kills. Wukong actually going to look for something here. Lucian being a little bit aggressive. Nar's going to flash onto the Lucian. The Lucian flashes away. Wukong not able to do anything. Flash for flash. We actually see a teleport coming in from the Malphite from behind.
Yeah. I believe you. Oh my gosh, there's so much going on. Mid lane, Zoe basically just one-hit Callista. That was insane, and it looks like that the Lucian and they're gonna start a fight up here, and Lucian is just going all out towards Malphite and Gnar here with Zoe coming in as well. Could Zoe be picking up a kill here for herself? Nope, not this time, but it looks like Malphite and Lucian will be grabbing a kill, and looks like Sejuani's going to be grabbing that middle tower, just grabbing that middle inhibitor tower. And then it looks like the minions just going to push up, and then Lucian and Malphite are going to grab the top lane tower. And the sleepy bubble coming out onto Callista. And almost hitting Callista, but hitting Wukong just to save her. Because as we saw earlier, the damage that Zoe can put out is intense, especially at this point in the game. And it looks like that we have just so much. The sleep coming out onto Karma. Could Robbie Bob be killing Karma? Nope. The E coming out from Braum saves her life. And the mid lane is just being pushed, but the ult coming out from Braum. The fight starting up with onto Sejuani. Lucian coming in from top lane, and Wukong ulting towards Sejuani. Could they possibly take down Sejuani? But it looks like there's going to be a huge team fight coming out just in front of that inhibitor. With Malphite picking up 2 kills, and Zoe picking up 1. Could she even get Karma? And she picks up Karma. And it looks like Wukong is the last one alive and just gets taken down just in time by Sejuani. This 24-1, the red side up 20,000 gold in this game. It is just intense to watch this team play these matches. And it looks like they are going to come out for this 2-0 win in this match, with Braum just launching out from Callista's ult, and Malphite being able to kill Callista even in her base.
So much going on here. The Malphite actually picking up Leandri's Torment, doing some damage here. Red side's actually going to pick up all the kills they can before the end of this match. Red side has dominated this matchup.
This was a fun game to watch. This was glorious, just watching these two teams go at it. It was so much fun. Just not only to, it must have been fun to even play. It was great. God, it was just amazing to not only witness, but just watch these players play this game out. Was just amazing to witness. It was just so much fun to watch and just look and hear about these matches that are happening, or just hear about this match that's happening, and just have so much fun with the games that are happening. These players seem to be looking like they have just so much fun that they've played. That just having so much fun with the games that they've been playing, and especially these matches here with the PHS picking up the win. The 2-0 win is just entertaining not only to cast but to watch. What do you think was your favorite part about just these two matches in total?
I think my favorite part in total about these two matches was the fact that we got to see first off a challenger player in our matches, and it was very fun to cast. I did like to see the Corky actually come out and be picked with the fleet footwork. And the first match, I think my favorite part was the Corky mid lane and also the Ornn top lane. Always a great pick for me, but that's just the top laner in me who loves that kind of stuff. But great job to the red team, or I mean PHS Gaming. Great job to you guys. 2-0 victory. And what do you think happened in the early game that actually caused VPHS to kind of fall back? Because they did get the kill onto Zoe there, but nothing else. They couldn't really retaliate or anything. Nothing happened. What do you think?
I think it really is a factor of two different things. I think it was mostly how that they had just had a lot of different like they had a lot of jungle control, even towards like the middle name. So there was a lot of stuff that was going on. So it was a lot of fun that was happening. Just watching these people's watching them play and just kind of the matches that are happening and just going out between these multiple games and these matches that are happening. Um, we actually have an interview coming out with the I believe it's the two teams that we had just went up that we had just witnessed go at each other. So this should be kind of fun. This should be kind of fun. It'll be good to hear from their perspective these the mat about the match that they have just played.
And we're all back here into the casting room. Welcome everybody to this interview. Robbie, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Both Adam and I are both very pleased to have casted your match. What was going through your mind before the match? Like, what were you thinking? What did you need to do? What did you need to accomplish this match?
I just went over with my team on what we are going to pick, good draft, and just went in confident, knowing that we could lose at any time and win at any.
Awesome. Adam, you have any questions?
Yeah, I actually do have one. Uh, how do you make sure that you keep as much possible pressure in the mid lane? Like how were you able to keep that pressure up in the mid laner, even after like in the second game with the first blood?
I try and understand my limits and wave management and when I can back and where I could put wards down my team. Like if I'm at a certain point where I know I can beat the mid laner, I need to just make sure where their jungler is, and I can just keep pushing up or try and roam afterwards. And then wave management, I need to try and control the waves so that my backing is as good as possible, so that the enemy mid laner will be behind.
All right. And another question coming out. All right. And how do you make sure you have good team comms for team fights and ganks? Like at your speaking in comms like Discord, how do you make sure you have the good team comms while you're in team fights or even just ganking with the Sejuani?
We try and feed as much information to our jungler so he can make his own decisions, because I feel dragging a jungler around limits the jungler on what they can do. So we feed as much information as possible, and that information he can decide whether to gank mid, top, or bot, or invade. And then if someone doesn't feel the cause right, then we can call him off. But we try to feed as much information. And then, like during team fights and stuff, our comms are, we don't have a main shot caller. We're all feeding information. Even though my decision's final, we all decide on what we should do. and who we should vote.
That's definitely good because then you're able to just kind of, as like you keep communication up between the team, and then you just kind of let the jungler do his own thing as well, which is also a really good thing because then the jungler has his own decisions he's able to make for you. All right, so we have two more questions here. How did you guys really prepare for this match? Like that you're making sure that you're keeping pressure up to win the match. Like how were you able to just keep up that pressure that you're able to push out towards the enemy team?
Uh,
Here, let me rephrase the question. I
yeah.
know I was a bit confused. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. That was my bad completely. So, how about let's just ask, how did you guys really prepare for this match coming up here?
All right, yeah. We just try and like play together as much as possible and get clean comms and whatever games we can play in, and then preparing for the match, we just look over bans and try and get a good draft going. And we go in when we get into the draft phase, we have a plan on what we're pick.
Okay, and we actually have one more question for you. So when your team is up, how do you guys keep your composure and make sure you finish out the game? Because as you know, in solo queue and all over the place, you'll just see people throwing their matches and like they're totally far ahead, but then they just lose the match. How did you guys keep your composure in this match to be able to finish this one out?
Oh yeah. So we used to suffer a bunch from overconfidence and making plays that we shouldn't make, throwing the game. And after playing for a long time, we solve these differences, make sure that we try and not make mistake as much as possible and get as much vision because before we went ward as much, vision just helps us. We'd always throw games we had no idea where the enemy team was at any point. So we improved our vision and just played together more.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that information. And I think that's all we have here. I think that's all the questions we have. Thank you, Robbie, and thank you for a wonderful match.
Thank you. Thank you for having
Have a good one, Robbie. Thank you for
me.
coming in and answering a few questions for us.
Thank you too.
All right. So that was a very fun game to watch. It was really entertaining. It was great to just witness these two great teams go at it here in our first match of playoffs for League of Legends. It was just lots of fun to watch and hear about, and just like even with like the little interview we had with Robbie Bob, it was great to just witness and have fun.
Oh yes, for sure. And thank you all for watching. The live stream will keep on going for the rest of the day. We've got a lot going on. We have Overwatch, CS:GO, I believe, and just keep it on your side screen or just make sure that you have it on. Keep watching. It's going to be fun, exciting, new stuff coming up. And throw it back to Elijah.
All right, thank you very much, Adam and Nathan, for casting today's game. You guys were very good. Good to hear, good to watch. And thank you to PHS and VPHS for letting us stream your game today. Coming up, everyone, in about 34 minutes, to be exact, we will have a CSGO game. I believe, if I check it real quick, our matchup is Hike Esports versus... Oh, I lost it. I'm sorry, everyone. But yeah, we will be having a CSGO match. Oh, no, here it is. SHRHS Rams versus PHS Pike Esports. Coming to you live in now 33 minutes. So please stay tuned. And thank you all so much for watching this round of League of Legends.
Our backs against the wall. It seems impossible, but there's nobody else on by my side, standing with me to take this fight through the rise and fall. With our fearless hearts, we could beat the odds, and we could live for 1,000 years. We could be legends if we all go down. If our time is now, we could let everyone know we were here. Be legends. We dream so colorful. Oh, we love so strong.